Struggling to hold your own in Once Human? Feel like your combat game's missing that edge? Today, we're changing that. Welcome to part 3 of How to Get Strong, where we're unlocking the power of deviations, combat, crafting, and territory to skyrocket your PvE performance. Stick around, because by the end, you'll be a force to be reckoned with. In parts 1 and 2, we covered gear and weapons, but today it's all about deviations, those weird little helpers that can turn the tide in combat. We're talking combat deviations for direct firepower, crafting deviations for sneaky boosts, and a territory star, Chefasaurus Rex. Let's dive in and level up your game. First up, combat deviations. These are your go-to for raw battle power, but it's not just about picking one you vibe with. You've got skill rating and activity level to master. Skill rating is simple, it's how much punch your deviation packs, like damage or support range. Check the cradle info to see it. Activity level's trickier, no clear bars to watch, but it controls how fast deviant power recovers. Testing shows a level 1 deviation takes 100 seconds to recharge from 0 to full, but at level 5 it's down to 80 seconds. Want more? Keep him happy. My Lone Wolf Whisperer with a cold room, red light, and an electrical cradle hookup drops from 80 to 70 seconds at level 5 activity rating. That's a game changer in a slugfest. Now, traits, these are the secret sauce. They're random, fixed, and unchangeable, so you'll grind for gold. A level 5 deviation with a dud trait? Painful. But one with a banger? Jackpot. Here's what to chase. Covert energy? 35% more deviant power? No downside. Growing pain 3? 50% more power for long fights? Tiny mood hit? Or power rewind? 5% faster recovery. Avoid stinkers like feeling blue? Up to 15% less activity? Or worn out? Up to 15% less power. My fave? Growing pain 3? 50% extra juice is clutch. What's your go-to trait? Drop it in the comments. Next, crafting deviations. Players sleep on these, but they're combat gold. Check these out. Atomic Snail crafts Arrow Leap Whim Potions, dash mid-air for combat mobility, roll through the sky like a ninja. Dreamcatcher makes the Weaver Whim Potions, roll to snare enemies when you're swarmed. Harvest Seed gives living armor potions, HP recovery when you're low. Where to snag him? Atomic Snail from Prime War Reward, Dreamcatcher from Araxium Monolith, Harvest Seed from Treat Monolith. These potions will enhance your combat performance. Have you utilized them all? Tell me below. Finally, Territory Deviations, starring Chefasaurus Rex. This Dino Chef is a combat MVP with its Culinary Genius perk. At level 5, it boosts food buff effects by 38%. I tested it with a whimsical drink. Normally a 25% status damage boost. Add Rex's 38% and a Stove's 30%, and it hits 44.85%. After testing on dummy, my power surge jumped from 134 to 194 damage, 44.78% up. Shock Elemental Orb, 202 to 291 to 44.06% more. That's no fluke. Rex is pumping your damage through food buffs. If you don't have this guy cooking, you're leaving power on the table. Who's rocking Rex? Shout it out. There it is, your deviation playbook. Combat deviations bring the heat, crafting deviations sneak and clutch boosts, and Chefasaurus Rex turns food into firepower. Grind those traits, snag those potions, and cook with Rex, you're unstoppable now. But we're not done. Part 4 is coming with our last tips to blow your mind. Hit subscribe, smack the bell, and stay locked in. Quick, drop a comment. What's your favorite deviation and why? Let's trade secrets. See you in part 4.